Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the Shiba Inu, and then we're also going to talk a little bit about Zion Oil and Gas, kind of give you some feedback on what I see it doing moving forward and my plans. I kind of mentioned a little bit in the last video, but I want to clarify a couple things and kind of go more in detail with my plan on Zion Oil and Gas if it does not start to move anytime soon. So just to reiterate, guys, not a financial advisor. Make sure that you do your own research. So Shiba Inu, this is off of Coin Market Cap. Man, these ads on the side are crazy. They got so many different crazy pictures. So they talk a little bit about the technical analysis of Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, and Bitcoin. So Dogecoin, for one, I know we don't talk about Dogecoin on here. I mention it every now and again. I do own some Dogecoin. Tesla recently just started accepting Dogecoin for certain items off of their website. Okay, I think that's kind of a big deal, not only for Dogecoin, but I think kind of for Tesla too, because if you think about this, Tesla is going to start accepting payment for Doge in exchange for products. So the Tesla company is going to be a massive owner of Dogecoin, if you think about it. And then eventually, who knows, they may accept payment for their vehicles. Right now, I think it's just for like accessories and stuff like that off of their store. But eventually, you never know what could come of it. Doge is the only falling coin from the list today, going down by 1.88% yesterday. Doge is approaching the resistance level of 22 cents against the increased buying trading volume. If the candle fixes above the area, the rise of the zone of the most liquidity around 25 cents may continue. And let's see, such scenario is rather more likely for the midterm than the intraday strategy. All in one, all needs to pay attention to the situation around the important market. Doge is trading at about 18, almost 19 cents at the present time. On the Shiba Inu, it says unlike Doge, the rate of SHIB has risen 1.3%. Over the past 24 hours. SHIB could not keep the rise going after it bounced back to the zone of the most liquidity at 402768. If the bulls cannot hold the initiative and rate goes below the psychological mark of 4 zeros and 3s, the price may again test support at 402537 within the next few days. SHIB is currently trading at 403079 at press time. I did put another order in for some Shiba Inu. Anytime it's gonna fall into the 2s, or if it's finding support at the 3s, that's where I'm getting in, buying some more. So I'm buying some more into my Webull account. Gonna kind of keep on getting in there and nibbling it at that, and keep building my position out. The bigger, longer it takes, bigger your positions can get, guys and girls. So a little guidance on that is, don't sit there and get all frantic and anxious about all this, okay? If you believe in it, you believe in it. Buy it, hold it. If it happens or when it happens, it's going to happen. And that's that, okay? I stopped following a couple of these people on Twitter because they're tweeting out, crap every 2 minutes or so, and saying like, do you believe SHIB's going to hit $1? Be honest. How many SHIB do you own? Be honest. Do you own $1? Do you think SHIB's going to reach $1? Blah, 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 to get all their people fired up. And I just think stuff like that makes people, for one, anxious, but two, it distracts people, and it makes them, hang on to something and kind of go crazy. And, it's not healthy. So I unfollowed that person as I was tired of seeing that. I just know when it starts moving, it's going to be at the right time, and that's that. I'm up from whenever I initially bought last May anyway. I bought really, really low into this, so I'm up still, several 100% at this time. So I know it's a little bit different for me than some people who may have just gotten in. And again, I was able to get in cheap and get a substantial amount for hardly anything, so it's really not a very, very high risk for me. But a good thing is we're in the top 20. We're ranked number 14 on Coin Market Cap, and it's not moving a whole lot, but the fact that we are still staying at 13, 12, 14, we're kind of bouncing back and forth, I think it's a good sign for us moving forward. So All right, guys, so I want to address Zion Oil and Gas and talk a little bit about, you know, not Zion Williamson, you know, talk about ZNOG, okay? Let's take a look at their chart. And, you know, obviously this thing is continuously, it's almost like the UVXY ETF we talk about. It kind of decays over time with the occasional spike, is what it reminds me of. So, you know, some of us have been in this for, you know, maybe done some swing trades on it. Some of us have been loading up, you know, for the past year in anticipation of, oh, is it going to hit, you know, this amount, that amount, whatever. I want you to be cautious on this as well because, you know, for one, if you're have a longer term mindset and you're just kind of nibbling here and there, and you're loading up, um, you know, be careful of people being negative about, you know, what your strategy is, but also pay attention to, you know, the things around you. Is, you know, we talked about, you know, this is this is an OTC stock. Okay, we did mention that as well on the channel, and it could, you know, take a little bit longer time to get back up to that $1-2 mark, as opposed to if it was still trading on the NASDAQ, right? But you know, I want to just kind of talk a little bit about, you know, the tendencies of this stock. Obviously, it runs up and then it falls back down, and then it runs up and then it falls back down. So it would not be a bad idea for those of you who have been averaging down here in the 20s, maybe the teens. If you see a spike, if you've got your average cost down, and that's kind of my plan at the current situation, is I have so many shares and my average cost is fairly low, that if it spikes up for some reason to, you know, 80 cents, a dollar is probably the biggest thing for me, $1 to $1.25. I would most likely take some profits off of it or take everything out and then see what it does from there. Because, you know, even with the next stock I'm going to show you and kind of compare it to, the OTC stocks seem to kind of do the same. As they spike up, they come down, they spike up, they come down. But some can maintain a decent level of attraction depending on what's going on with the company. It just kind of depends. But Zion, you know, it's you know, just kind of still getting going here. We haven't gotten any confirmation on the testing if it's commercially viable, the oil is commercially viable, and all that stuff. So, you know, this is off of any type of news. It can see some type of run. However, just know that it may, you know, of course, come down. Now, what I'm kind of going to talk about here, I know I keep talking about this stock here. Zion Oil and Gas a couple of years ago, or maybe it was last year, had a nice run up from, you know, about 20 cents to like a dollar, and then it got thrown back down to about 50 cents or so, and then found some support, and then started running up again, and then ever since then it's been kind of just coming back down. So IQST, you see here, went from 27 cents all the way to $1.85. We've been kind of coming down. It recently just hit a peak of about $1.04, $1.05. Although it didn't show on that chart here, it did temporarily hit that high, and it fell back down. And in my opinion, I thought we were going to kind of bottom out here at about 60 to you know, 55 to 60 cents. So to go in detail on what my plan is going to be with ZNOG and IQST, if I get, you know, confirmation that we're this is the bottom, we're consolidating here, and we get some, you know, if the technicals look like we could push higher and go retest that dollar mark, what I'll probably do is leave a little bit of shares into ZNOG, but I'll probably roll a lot of my position over into this, let it double, maybe triple, and then cash out and leave a little bit of my position into there, and then I can always go back and watch ZNOG and roll it back into there and just ride it back up. So if ZNOG doesn't do anything in, you know, I guess another 1 to 1.5 months, if we're just stagnant of where we're at and I start seeing traction on IQST, I'm just telling you that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave some into ZNOG because I want to be able to keep track of what it's doing, but I'm not going to keep everything just sitting in there if it's not doing anything, right? So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it can start moving and get going. But, you know, I just want to be transparent about that at this current time. And yeah, so that's about it, guys. Sorry for the rant. on all these different things, but I wanted to give you a quick update. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you.